let me check. Because... hold on. What am I looking for? Going to twitch.tv/The Redstone Scientist. And let's edit the channel name saying vanilla. We're going to Excelcraft. Ooh, whoa, it's gonna echo. /The Redstone Scientist. And let's edit the channel name. Great. Okay, so there we go. Should be fixed. And let me do a pop-out chat so I can clearly see what I'm doing better. Great. And we will close that. And now I will go to OBS and minimize it so that we get a better view. Now let me just make sure. The thing I'm worried about is my real name is right above there. So I'd want to make sure that I don't show that. You know what I can do, actually? I could just put in Minecraft overlay and then put the window capture in copy. Can I like duplicate this? Let's see. Whatever. I don't need the banner. Let's just go. So guys, what are we doing here? Well, we are working on the vanilla camera path generator, otherwise known as the vanilla cutscene generator. And so basically, this is inspired by a video that SZ Petty did recently. And basically what it is it's just using relative coordinates to teleport you around using incredibly few command blocks. So you can have, I think it's like 2 command blocks plus, or no, it's 1 command block plus the number of points you want, and then I have another couple of command blocks for other features. So it's not like you have to have hundreds of command blocks like you used to have back when like Crush Pixels filter was out. The only downside, of course, to that is that you have to be first of all, you have to be in spectator mode because otherwise you're going to fall because of gravity. And the other thing is that if you move your camera or you move your body, it won't correct you because it can't stop you from doing that because it's all relative coordinates. That's how we're able to accomplish it in such few commands. So what I'm implementing right now is this feature right here, absolute coordinate hints for specified points. So if this is true, for every specified point, the coordinates will be absolute, meaning if the player moved, it will realign them correctly again. And this will only work for absolute coordinate points, which is all you can enter right now into this. You can also add more columns for any more points that you want. And basically, what it means is that you will be able to correct it. So it's not going to be perfect because it won't have absolute coordinates the whole way, but it will improve it so that if the player does move or mess up, then it's sort of like a fallback. So all that adds is just 1 more command block per point. So that's pretty easy. So right now, we're working on that, and so I'm trying to... I'm not a Google Sheets expert here. Jerry Brano has helped me with most of this stuff. So, and down here you can see it's going to create the one-click installer for you to use. So let's see here. And you can also, this will work with, it's multiplayer compatible, and also it'll work with multiple camera paths. If you want multiple camera paths, you can type in an objective here and assign this particular camera path an ID. So it'll only work if you have that ID number. So anyway, it also just occurred to me that I need to implement a command block that will add the objective for the camera ID. So let's find where I have things. So let's do... It's very hard for me to look at the chat at the same time, so I'll just slide it over there. We are looking for... Could you edit the selector? That is an excellent feature suggestion. I will do that. You mean like the target selector, like @ A and stuff? That is a good idea. So, hold on, let me show you... Here, so basically, right now, here's an example of one of the commands, okay? it's gonna do TP at A, score step min equals 1, score step equals 2400. Wait, is that? Oh, right, because I only have 1 point. So for a better example, let me just type in some more random coordinates here. And, whoa, that's way too much. Let's just type in some random coordinates here. And let's do 1 more point so I can illustrate it. And then let's, like, boost the time way up to, like, 300. So, let's see here. So, yes, so here's an example of one of the commands. So we're going to do at A, score step min equals 1, score step equals 2000, which means between 1 and 2000, it's going to be traveling from point 1 to point 2. And then here's the camera ID if you so choose to implement that. So I suppose I should add a thing that will let you edit the selector. Let me put that in here as like a not functional edit selector option. And we'll figure out how that's going to work later and what the parameters will be. I also want to make it user-friendly, so maybe I'll have like a tab with advanced settings if you are comfortable with the standard ones. So I needed to add a thing that adds the camera ID objective only if you select the camera ID objective to like have. So here you can see scoreboard objectives add step dummy. That's always going to happen because it needs the scoreboard step. But if you choose to have the camera ID, I need to add that in as well. And so let's do... So here, this is basically defining the number of times we write riding ID minecart command block. So let's see, that is there, that is there. So this is the end of the repeat statement. Oh yeah, absolutely. The feature request from Prouds. So here is the end of the repeating thing. Right, so we're in the number of repetitions, so we're going to add, put this in parentheses, just so we don't make a no-no. If, let's see, this, which is C23, let's, even though we're not going to be putting this anywhere else, just for good practice, I'll put in the dollar signs, which means it's absolute. C23 does not equal nothing, and if it equals something, then it means we do want the camera ID. Then we're going to add in 1 to the number of times we repeat it. And if not, we're going to add 0. Okay, so then we can do... How about right... No, let's do before the command... Actually, it's really not important where we put it, so how about just... because I keep, like, cramming more things in here, so it's getting more and more disorganized. How about we go right... Whatever, it's not important. I'll just put it right here. And do... Actually, I'd like to keep it with this scoreboard, so let's do it there. Okay? We're gonna want another command colon and put in the and sign. Let's also add this in, which is gonna be a that and that. Great. Whoops. Let me minimize OBS again so it won't lag as much. Okay. And it's very hard to concentrate. And if you're curious, this music is by Erang. Let me turn it down a little bit, though, because it's a little bit distracting. Okay. And we're going to add in... if... And we're going to do the same test. So this is not the most efficient way of doing it, but it gets the job done. It's not like Minecraft, where efficiency also equals performance, often. Not all the time, but often. So if that does not equal nothing, then we are going to add in scoreboard players... No, sorry, scoreboard objectives add space, quote, and then we're going to add in wherever the person said, here, this. We're going to add in B7, which is the camera ID objective that the player has defined. And then we're going to add in... It's very hard to concentrate. Sometimes I'm just so much of a perfectionist that I'm afraid to, like, code quickly. I just, like, did I do that right? Did I do that right? I need a quadruple septuple check it. But, you know, I should just trust myself. I'll get it done a lot faster. All right. And space dummy, which should do it. So scoreboard objectives, add space, objective name, space dummy. Great. What is this? Well, I am working on a vanilla camera path creator, a vanilla cutscene generator. It's inspired by a video SZ Petty did recently, where he showed how it's very easy using a spreadsheet, but he did it manually, how to use absolute coordinates to create vanilla cutscenes, but with incredibly few command blocks. So, like, if you've ever seen Crush Pixel's Camera Studio mod filter for vanilla, it creates like hundreds and hundreds of command blocks. Now, that has its upsides and its downsides, depending on what you want to do, and I'm just working on implementing a couple more features into my vanilla generator, which uses the method SC Petty showed. So it uses very few command blocks. It's just 1 plus the number of points that you have that you want to hit. And then some other features, of course. But that's the bare bones of it. So, dummy... that's it, right? Yeah, that's it. So then, value if false. This is a little bit of a different stream. I don't know how it's going to go, but I need to get it done, so I may as well stream it. Comma. Again, I'm such a perfectionist. It's so hard to commit. You just created one too? What did you create? Dummy. Oh, we want nothing if it's that. So actually, in that case, we need to get rid of... Wait a minute. Let me copy all this and undo what I just did. Because I'm not positive... Hi! A camera path thing, really? Well, I'd like to see that. Undo, 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 undo. Undo, 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 undo. What was it before? Okay. So... let's actually redo that. Great. Dummy. And that. Great, okay. So what that means is that we're now... If that's nothing, then... Okay, so we need to get rid of this, because what it's going to be then is it's going to be... If it's false, then it's going to be command, colon, scoreboard player sit at a step, -1, close bracket. And if it's true, then it's going to be scoreboard objectives, add, dummy, close bracket again, I think. Yes, maybe, no, I don't know. No, because it's an initial command, so we don't need that extra thing, I think. No, we do. Ah! It's frustrating. That, comma, command, colon. Is that what I want? How did I do it before? Yes, G29 and colon, comma, command, colon. Where's another example of where I did it? If I did an if statement for adding commands. Command, if, da, 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 then that. And if, da, 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 then that. Okay, I think that should work, probably. Ooh, this is difficult. Let's test this and see if it adds our objective. We're gonna actually change the objective. The camera ID is gonna be 2, and we're gonna change the objective to bananas, because that's a fantastic thing to do. So there's bananas, and let's get the command, and I will open up Minecraft and share it for you. Oh, it's actually already up. Okay, so let's go to OBS and switch to Minecraft and do Minecraft 15W36D, and let's make it bigger so you guys can see better. Okay, that's fine. Good enough. Gonna have to deal with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Too bad Wi-Fi to watch. I'm sorry about that. Although, is it better if I minimize this? Let's get rid of this. Oh, damn it. Scoreboard. Players set at P or at A, whatever. Step. I don't know what it is. 2400? Great. Okay. Let's kill ourselves back to the spawn chunks, because I've kind of messed this whole thing up here. And let's do this. Let's get a list. All we really need to check is to see if it has... This is a bug in the new snapshot, which is you have to relog periodically in order to right-click a command block. It's so weird. Do that, and we're going to get a redstone block, and we're going to see if it properly adds the objective. Let's do scoreboard, objectives, list. Bananas! Success! Okay, now let's do it without adding bananas. So let's scoreboard, objectives, remove bananas. Okay, and now we're gonna switch back to... I need that keyboard shortcut that you can switch between things. Okay, so we're gonna go there, minimize OBS, we're gonna return here, and now we're going to delete, or rather not delete, make this a -1. And then I started a LAN, and then I got this bug, but I wasn't able to reboot because it was a LAN. Oh, I hated that. I hate that. That stinks. Well, why can't you save it? So what if it closes, though? What was I doing? Right. Doing this. So we got rid of this. And let's grab that. Nope, not that. We want this. And back to Minecraft. I really need a keyboard shortcut for this. Let me just set that right now. Hotkeys, switch to scene. Switch to scene. What? How do I... What? Oh, switch to this scene. We'll do that, and C. Or, okay. No. It's hard to come up with a good keyboard combination. How about options C? I don't know. It's hard to come up with something. Okay, Control C. And otherwise, for Minecraft, we'll do Control M. Okay, good enough. Let's try that. Alright, Control C, Control M. Great. Brilliant. Okay. Minimize. You don't have to put... Do you know about Grapple? Grapple is a great resource. Grapple.io. Just go to grapple.io, and it is the easiest way to make a server. Much easier and free versus Minecraft Realms, so definitely take advantage of that. Okay, so that clearly worked. Scoreboard objectives list. Perfect! Oh, epa! Alright. Let's get out of that. Switch back to Chrome. And... Yep, we're in Chrome. Perfect. Okay, so that is fixed. So now that is all done. So now the next thing we need to do is work on implementing the absolute coordinate hints, because that helps us to overcome the pitfalls of using this method with so few command blocks. But, whoops. Great. But it also means it comes at the cost of adding another command block for every point. So we're going to put this on the 4th row, because we want people to be able to, I want people to be able to take conditional command block outputs from this, so I don't want it to be too tight, because I want you to be able to clearly identify, you know, be able to take a command conditional from, oh, the thing started, oh, the thing finished. So let's work on that. So I believe it's down here. Absolute coordinate hints. Here we go. Ah, stop moving. Okay. If that's false, da 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 da. I mean, good, it's not false, so... Where was I even? Where was I doing this? Oh, right. So if it is a relative coordinate, we don't want to use that relative coordinate in the thing. It's really hard to explain. Hopefully it'll make sense when you see the finished product. Excuse me, product. So let's go. Oh shoot! I just also forgot. People are going to be texting me, and great. Meeting outside 6:15. Bring money for dinner. Okay, so I'm going to need to go at around 6, I think, which is in about an hour. So that should be fine. Hopefully we can get this done. Although with my perfectionist coding skills, may not. Okay. So if E2, which is 0.2, we're just going to code it for 0.2 right now, and then I can turn it into an array formula to go infinitely down the line for all the other points. So if also, something very important that I should show you guys that I just learned. Okay, let me get a repeating command block. This is like super important actually. Okay, and then I'll also get a chain command block, although I could just change it in the thing, but okay. So let me show you something. Pay attention, this is very important. So if you'll notice, I'm placing this down first, okay? And it's gonna say bottom. Now I'm placing this down, and it's gonna say top. Now we are facing in the positive X direction, and in pre-1.9, everybody for command order, we would know, okay, since we're facing positive X, this is our first command, this is our second, this is our third, this is our fourth, etc., etc., etc. But now, so normally, let's also add another repeating command block, and this is gonna say neg X, okay? So normally, this would execute first, and this would execute first if we were in 1.8. But because of the order in which I placed these things, okay, always active, always active, always active, okay, and we do that, whoop, it's very hard to, it's bottom, it's top, neg, wait, oh my gosh, it's very hard to see. Bottom, top, neg X, which means that this first, then this, time set day. This first, then this, then this. And the reason for that is not because of anything having to do with the way the arrows are facing, but because of the order in which I place them. So, and that's just for repeating command blocks, okay? So, if I place a chain down here and I say 1, say 2, say 3, say 4, all of these are actually going to execute first because this is the first repeating command block that I place down. Then the second repeating command block I place down, that chain will execute, and then the third, and so forth. So it's a little bit confusing for people who have been working with commands for a long time, but it's actually a lot easier for people who are new to commands because it's basically, although then you do have to remember what order you put it in, so. But that is my public service announcement. Very important thing to know. So let's go back to Chrome, okay, and we are doing, let's see, if the left of E2 is a tilde, then that means it's relative coordinate. And so I actually haven't implemented this thing to support relative coordinates yet, but I'm preparing to by also doing this. So put in a tilde, and hey there, Sky Legendary! So I just gave a very important command block announcement. I'm not going to do it again, though. Sorry. It's basically that it's important what order you place repeating command blocks in because it changes. It's no longer about the direction or like positive, negative X. It's about what order you place them down in, and those chains execute one after the other. So let's see. If it is a tilde, then it means it's relative. So we're going to just put down what is in there, because that means that, ooh, no. Actually, if it's relative, then no matter what, we just want it to be 0. We want it to just be normal relative coordinate of 0. We don't want it to move, because this is actually executing in addition to the relative teleport. So, okay, that's interesting. But if it's not relative, because it has no tilde, then we're just going to write regularly. Actually, we don't want E absolute 2. Okay, so that means that it should look like, wait, false, what? If that TP da 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 da. What did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong here? Why? If it's false, what? What? This is false. Okay, so because that's false, we should be getting this, right? And then what is it giving us? What's it giving us? It's giving us TP at a score step min equals 2000, score step equals 2000. Okay, so this is fine. And then and this. Oh, duh. Okay, so what is C23? What was I doing there? That's the templates. Okay, and if not, then we just do nothing followed by a close bracket space. Yes. So, great. That looks correct. Excellent. Okay, now let's do... So that's 1. Now we want to repeat that for the y and z coordinates, because this way it allows you to use, if you only want to use relative coordinates for the x, or only the y, or only the z, or whatever, so basically the only time it won't do anything... you know what else I should do? Oh, man, that's going to be hard, though, because... Ugh! That's hard, because it means that... Oh my gosh, it's very hard to explain why this is difficult, because... Okay, in order to detect how many more commands I need to place down in the one command installation, I need to know how many absolute coordinate hints there are, okay? And in order to do that... How did I do it here? How did I do it in the one command installation? Right here where it says join, or count if. So it's doing columns, C20... Wait a minute, then maybe that's not a problem. Basically what this is doing here is it's telling how many commands we need to add to this one command block installation, this one-click installation thing, which is what Sparks calls it, and I prefer to call it. This one-click installation thing, basically it's counting the number of columns from C 28, which is right here, okay, from here down to just regular 28, which means the end of this row, regardless of what it may be. So this allows us to have infinite points. Then we're subtracting from that number the number of... We're basically counting the number of cells in that row that has nothing in it. So basically we're taking all of the cells, then subtracting the ones with nothing in them. So that way we know exactly how many more commands to add. Hopefully that made sense. I think I explained that okay. But anyway, so that means that it's actually not a big deal to just not do this, because what we're now actually going to do is we're going to add in an AND statement to this if. So right now we're just making sure that this is not false, or is false, I guess, in this case, to make it easier. But we also want to check, in addition to that, if... Oh, wait, and then put a close parentheses there, and that, as well as... So, v5 equals false needs to be true, which will yield nothing. So basically, I'm just putting the thing that is the false attribute in the true attribute. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's basically easier so that I don't have to remember to add it later. So basically, right now I'm writing the conditions for when this cell should be empty, not when it should be full. So it should be empty when we set the setting to false, and... Wait, do I want it to be and? Do I want it to be nor? Come on, redstone scientist, logic gates, you know this. You know this, man, logic gates. If it's false, is there any way where this couldn't work? So if this, let's look at this again. If this is true, okay, then it means there should be something there. Unless all three coordinates are relative. So if it's false, what if all three coordinates are not relative? Or what if it's false? Okay, I think that should be fine. Let's do it, and then if it doesn't work, we can fix it later. But if it doesn't work, we know where the first place to turn to is to debug it. So, let's see. False. This is Erang music. Music by Erang, by the way. E-R-A-N-G. Check him out on Bandcamp. Him or her, I don't actually know. We also want to make sure that... Whoop, E2... Left of E2... This is like super inefficient and unnecessary way of coding it, but I'm going to do it anyway. E2, 1, does not equal... Ooh, you know what actually may work? Is if we do... Ooh, that's a great idea, actually. So I'm gonna, hold on, I'm gonna look something up. I'm gonna go to Google Functions, Sheets, and Google Spreadsheets function list. This is actually really gonna work. Let's see here. We're gonna go to text, I believe, text, yeah. And we're gonna do... sorry, 1 second. Text. You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what it is actually, so that you can know what I'm doing. Let's change this window to Google Spreadsheets function list. Great. Okay. So if we do, I want to be able to count the number of tildes. If I concatenate it all into one string, then maybe if I can count the number of tildes, and if it's 3, then I know that all 3 coordinates are relative, unless somebody like screwed up royally. So I know I could search for one thing, but can I find how many times it's actually in there? Text, let's trim, value, let me see here. Character, convert number, clean. Returns the text with a non-printable code. Concatenate. Is concatenate gonna help me? Let's see. When arranged with both width and height, it's greater than 1. Greater than 1 is specified. Cell values are appended across rows rather than down columns. What? Okay, maybe that didn't help. Dollar, exact, find B, returns within type counting each double character is 2. Now who in the world would need that? Formats number, the fixed number of decimal places, join, left, length, lower, mid, proper, reg, extracts matching substrings according to a regular expression. So what happens here? What's an example? Google Doc 101. So if we do reg extract, what's the first one? It's text is the first argument, and then regular expression. First part of text that matches this expression will be returned. What? A2. Result. I'm totally lost. How about substitute, maybe? I don't know. occurrence number is here, but is that gonna help? Can we count? How do we count the number of occurrences that something has happened? Counting the number of occurrences in... Maybe it's better to use lookup. No, we definitely want to use... Let's go back here. We're in... I really think it's going to be in text. If we concatenate all the strings, okay, we want to count the number of times that something appears in the string. So, concatenate the elements of one word. Replace different parts of the text. New text. Right. Roman. Search. So, if I do search, what happens if it finds more than one? Search DO, search S. Okay, S happens twice here. And what is B for? B for is text to search and starting at. Oh, okay. So what happens if it's like more than one thing? What? It's very confusing. Let's go to find. Ooh, split. That may help. So, the text to divide, the character or characters used to split the text. Ugh. Okay, I'm just gonna Google it. Google Sheets, count number of occurrences of substring in a string. Counting number of times substring appears. Here we go. Okay. Count if. Oh, I should have done count if. I forgot. How many cells in a given range contain a given substring as a substring? How many cells in the range contain that as a substring? Okay. What he's saying is count if anyone's is that, and if the substring to search for is in cell. Wait, why the stars? What does the star do? What does the star do? Let's do some experimenting here. Let's go back to here. And go to OBS again, switch the window capture back. Let's see. How do we do this? Let me minimize this again. If we did, let's just leave it at this for now. I know it's not correct, but let's do some experimenting. Let's take a look at what this guy wrote here, and let's do E2 to E6. Okay. Criterion, that, and Z1. What? Okay, now I have to look back at what the guy said. So he says, it's a substring to search for. Oh, we need to know where the substring to search for is. So we do criterion, star, and maybe star means anything. And I don't know. What if we do that? What does that do? Ah, it's very confusing. Okay, let me look at this one more time. Count if and the substring search for isn't there. Okay, so this actually, I think star means anything, whether it be something or nothing. So let's do that. So that's 0, but now what if we make it tilde 50? Then what? Wait, why does it think that that's a value? That is not a value. But what? Function minus parameter 1 expects number values, but is it text? That means it's going to be very hard to adjust relative coordinates. I mean, to implement relative coordinates. But assuming that it works. Okay, it does not work. Great. It does not work, does it? Count if... So... Like... Because, like, this should do something, right? Because we do have one of those, okay? So, what if we do... That solution that guy posted basically means that, right? Counting the desired substring. Contain that as a substring. Star. What does using a star mean? Let's look that up. Okay, let's go to star, or let's search for a star in Google Sheets strings. Count if for non-blank cells. Looking at cells position. Split last word from strings. How to append. Maybe we should just go back and look for a different answer. Count the number, count substring occurrences within a cell. The number of occurrences of John in cell A1, it should return 2. After searching around for a month on this problem, I stumbled upon the answer after posting this question. Here's what I came up with in case anyone else has this problem. Whoa, what? Alright, let's take a look at what this means. Okay. Let's see. You should still be seeing that. Great. Okay. What is this? Equals. And it's also supposedly a... Oh, dang it. Supposedly a array formula, so we have to change something. If is number... Why is number? Find John, or let's do find tilde. Split text E1 or E2 to E6 colon comma. What? What? I don't like that solution. Let's look for a different one. There's another solution on that thread. Length of A1 minus length of substitute A1 John. Here's an approach that still works in Google Spreadsheets. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at this. What does this do? Count if splint, let's just do E1. Delimiter, nothing. I don't know. And we're looking for that. Oh, that makes sense, because we're basically just splitting it by anything, right? So, but it doesn't work. Oh, because it's E1, E2. Still doesn't work. Okay, I think I kind of get it. I mean, what if we make it a star? Star? Does that do anything? Dang it. Delimiter. Is there like a secret thing for delimiter that means it could be anything? The character or characters to use to split text. So what is this? equal right here? What does this equal for us? Oh my goodness. I just want to... It's such a simple thing that I want to do. Let's return to here. Okay. Let's look for another solution. What does this guy do here? So he says length. Okay, I kind of get that. Let's try this. Okay. Equals... We're just going to do it for one cell, and we're not going to worry about it being an array right now. We can repeat this if we need to. Whoops. Okay. I have a nervous habit where I press on my fingers. It kind of hurts. Okay. Length of E2. Okay. 3 minus, what does he do next? Minus length of substitute. What does the substitute function do? Substitute does replace existing text with new text in a string. Instance of search for within length. What does length of substitute mean? Oh, length of what it is. Oh my goodness, I get it. Okay. Here's how we can do it. All right. Length of substitute. Okay, I get it. Length of substitute. Let's also just end that. Substitute. Whoops. E2 to E6. Okay, that's where we're looking. Okay. Then we're going to search for a tilde, and we're going to replace it with, I don't know, nothing. And, okay. So now, what do we get? Nothing? An array value could not be found. Is it because substitute doesn't work with arrays? Let's see that. Does substitute not work with arrays? Let's see. Substitute example. Okay, so in that case, here's what we can do. We can do substitute concatenate. Hopefully you guys can still see that pretty well. Concatenate. Unknown function concatenate. Did I... Oh. Concatenate. String 1. Does that even work? E2. Let's open up the help menu here. Appends another string to another string. Learn about concatenate. Yeah, supposedly it'll work with that. So let's close out the docs helper here. And do concatenate E2 to E6. Okay. And then we're going to substitute any instance of that with that, right? 15? Excuse me? Substitute bam with bam with bam. Right, that's right. We do length of... Okay, here we go. Length of substitute concatenate, spelled correctly, E2 to E6. Okay. Not substitute, just concatenate. So the length of all of those strings together, okay, which should be what? Length of all those strings together is 17, and then we subtract the length of all those strings together minus the tildes. which is 15. So that should tell us how many tildes are in there. So if I do tilde, tilde, that should be 4. Huzzah! It works! Okay, so we figured that out. Let's actually just switch this back now to the regular coordinates so that it works for the rest of the time. Because I have not implemented relative coordinates yet. So, that works. Let's copy that. And delete it. Okay, back to here. We're doing the AND operation, right. So if that and this length concatenate E2, E6 minus that, is equal, wait, what parentheses are we at? This one. Is equal to, or is greater than or equal to 3. If it's greater than 3, then it's, like, broken. But if it's greater than or equal to 3, okay, Alex D commented, will you be putting a video of the live stream up? Yes, I will, but obviously he can't hear me right now, so let me just write him back real quick. Oh, he's a big fan! Yes, I will. Very different live stream, but it's still fun. Excellent. Always makes my day to hear comments like that. It's very nice to know that what I'm doing is appreciated, because I really put so much effort into it. Probably more than I should. Okay, greater than or equal to 3. Let's not worry about the greater than part. We're just going to hope that people aren't stupid and use more than one tilde within a coordinate. So let's just, yeah. If it breaks, it's their own dang fault. Okay, so greater than or equal to 3. If it's true, then we do that. Okay. Come on. Let me see what I'm doing. Move. Okay, so now if it turns out that we actually do have 3 tildes, what's gonna happen? It's not gonna work. Oh, why? What? Why is it working? The length of that, length of that, That's true? Right, so that's true. So it means that this should be there. Okay, I was correct in the very beginning of the stream when I said it should not be in an AND statement. I was absolutely correct. Because what it should actually be is it should be this. Let's just get all of this. Copy that. Delete that. Delete that. Okay, if all of that is true, or if it's false, then it's definitely empty, okay? But, if... Wait, do we want an OR statement? We may want an OR statement, because that means one or more of them is true. Alright, go back. Hit the showers. What we actually want to do is we don't want to... All we have to do is change this to an OR. Right? Right. Because now, if we turn this to false, it should still not work, right? Great. And then if we remove the tildes, it still shouldn't work because it said false. Excellent. But if we turn it to true, it should work. Hooray! Okay. Now we can finish actually writing the command. Oh, jeez. This is a big thing. Again, I'm a very huge newbie with this, but Cherry Brano's been helping me a lot. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know who he is, he's the guy who he's most famous for, I think, creating the UHC box that like everybody uses. Like all the guys in the Hermitcraft server, pretty sure the Minecraft guys use it. He's like the go-to coder for everybody. He's awesome. He's a great guy, really, really nice as well. E2. Now I have to find my place again. Also, just as an experiment, let's also make sure that this is set to something, so let's set that to 1. Okay. Then... Sorry, this may not be the most thrilling live stream, but I gotta get it done. May as well live stream. It's not like you're missing out on other things. Although I am working on this instead of working on videos, which I shouldn't be doing, but I'm I really want to finish this because I'm so passionate about it now. I'm so into it. Okay, we've got that. Can we just copy this statement here? Because I believe that that's written correctly. If e2, comma 1 is not... also, 2 and 6 need to be the same. Always. If it is not a tilde, then we just put a tilde because we don't want it to move. If it is a tilde, then we want to put in the actual value? What? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think that's right. So now, let's do and paste this again, except this time we'll do E3, which is going to be the Y coordinate, I believe. Okay, so this way, it's not an all or nothing thing. This way, it actually, if you just want to move them, if you just want to give the hint to the Y-axis, again, this is assuming you know exactly what this thing is doing, and again, I didn't explain it very well. But assuming you know what it's doing, this is basically so that your hints don't have to target all 3 coordinates. They can also just target 1 or 2 of them. Let's change that to, 2, 3, and that should be 4. E4, and E5, and E6. Excellent. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, forgot the spaces. So, if it is that, then we just do this. And actually, it'd be just easier. It would look better to me, at least. It would be easier to read the code if I just do this instead of actually adding it in each individual if statement. And that, and that, and that, and that. Excellent. So now, that's 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's right. It's 5 because it's rotation. So what happens if we want it to be true? Okay. And, ooh, this is actually wrong. This is actually wrong. Because if, let's see here. If let's look. If E2, comma 1. So if the left is not a tilde, we put a tilde. Let's see what it says. Is this true? That says it's true. That is correct. So we don't do this. We do this. Which is wrong. That's 50. Why does it say tilde? It should say 50. What in the world? It says it's 50. Like right there. What? Am I going crazy? Okay, it definitely... That doesn't make any sense. That just doesn't make sense. Is this true? That's false? Okay, so then I probably have incorrect parentheses somewhere. Oh wait, no, we wanted that to be false. Ugh, this is so confusing. Alright, we want that to be false. Alright, I'm gonna need to go in about 10-20 minutes. We want that to be false, which means that it is doing this. Okay, so T at E16 and if that, then that. Is it doing bananas? It is doing bananas. and that space. Excellent. If E2, 1, why is that returning that? What does this equal? If it does not equal that, if left of that does not equal that, which is true, we want it to return... If it does not equal a tilde, we want it... If it equals a tilde, we want it to be return a tilde, because we want relative coordinates to not return the correct value. So let's do... All we have to do is change these to an equal sign, I believe, and that should fix it. Equals. Equals. Whoops. I thought equals is 2 syllables, so I must have to type it twice. Huzzah! Excelente! Muy bien. Okay, great. I have time, probably just turn this into an array formula, and then I'm going to need to go. Let's see here. It is... Did she say 6 or 6:30? 6 or 6:30. She said 6:15. Okay. So I'll probably get going at 6. Great. And then I also got a response to that comment. Will it still be about the custom cutscene generator? Yes, but it is made in Google Sheets, not in Minecraft directly. Frapmy face, because that would be awesome. Okay. Sorry that I was looking at my phone during a live stream. But now basically what we need to do, let's also make this rap. All we have to do is give it a beat and it'll start rapping. Anyway, we want it to go across and continue all the way down until the last one. So, what is the array formula I have been using over here? Where's the array formula? Here? Here. Array formula, if D27, 27... You guys can still see what I'm looking at, right? Good. D27, 27 does not equal that. What is D27? D27... Oh, get rid of this. Get out of my face! D27 is right there. And basically it's saying if that is something, then do that. Okay, that makes sense. So now what we're going to do for our array formula over here is we're going to basically say only make it happen if also all we have to do is do Control-Shift-Enter, and it will add the array formula, I am hesitant to say tag. It'll put it all into an array formula function. Okay, so here's the array formula. And let's only make this happen if, and we'll put a big if in there. A big if, let me tell you, that is a big if. If this E28, and it will always be, whoops, it will always be 28, so we can put that there, does not equal something, then we want to get the command. Otherwise, we want nothing. Yes. Right? Yes. Right? Wait, no. Wait. Wait. Yeah, no, yes, wait, yes, no. Yes. Yes. Great. Wait. No, I'm just messing with you. Okay. That's correct. So now, let's make this into an array formula by basically turning all of these coordinates into arrays. Now, the E will change down the line. So when this moves down to F30, because this is going to basically extend infinitely to the right, when it moves down to F30, basically we want it to still target row 28, but this time we want it to target row F. So we're going to make the array E absolute 28 to F, or no, to absolute 28, which means it'll just go all the way down the line of row 28. Right? Row 28? Yes. And then here, that is always going to be absolute, so we don't need to make that into an array. E2, it's always going to be, always going to be 2 and always going to be 6. We don't really need those since we're not extending it up and down, but I put them in there anyway. Ooh, but you know what? Does concatenate work in an array function? Oh no! Wait, Jerry Brano told me something about this. Yes. Jerry Brano told me something that, like, you shouldn't use the concatenate function or something, like you should use the and symbol, which is what I normally do. Which is what I normally do. Ooh. Again, this is all very new to me. You should still be able to see if I open a new tab, right? Let me check. You should still be able to see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. Excellent. Let's go to Google Sheets array formula column. No, not columns. Concatenate. I believe he said that you should just use the and symbol, but I'm not sure in what respect. Like, what would be an example? So it says, "Hi everyone, I'm sure there's a way to do this, but I'm far from a spreadsheets expert, so I thought I'd pose the question. What I'm trying to do is create 2 different formulas, one for each cell in B1 to B50, populate data from column A so that yada 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 yada. Up until now, I've been manually typing in equals concatenate into each cell, changing the A cell accordingly. I just don't know if I need to... Excuse me. Array formula. If length. It looks like it's basically just doing... You cannot apply concatenate to an array formula. This is currently a limitation by Google on the array formula function. For now, you'll need to copy your formula down into the range where you want a formula to appear. That's can't be true. For the first part of your question, I think this should do it. What does transpose do again? Let's just try using the and character and see what happens. So instead of the concatenate function, we do if length of... Oh, let's copy this into here so that we don't lose it, just in case. But let's go up. Got a text. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. It's, in college, I don't want to turn my phone off just in case it's my parent, and it was. So let's change concatenate. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's just do concatenate E2 through E6. If this doesn't work, I can just do list E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, but I'd rather not do that. Length of that, and... What? And... 2 to 6? What? 2 to 6. I don't know if that is... Wait. Okay, forget it. I'm just gonna write it out. Concatenate. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, that may actually not be good. Because if we do concatenate string 1, we could do E2. And then what if we do to 2? Is that going to assume, is that basically, I want that to only apply that 2 in the next, it's hard to explain, and E3 to 3, and 4 to 4, E5 to 5, and E6 to 6. Let's look at this, what this says. I don't know about that. I think we screwed up royally here. Okay, let's undo that. Let's just put it back the way it was. Let's find out another way to do it. He says query mod row. I don't understand what he's doing. This one might be someone to concatenate data from cells B1 and C1 into D1. Or apply that to all 50 cells in a decom so that D2 concatenates B2 and C2, D3 and C. Okay, that is what we want. So, array formula. If length of B1 to B50, comma, B1 to B50, and I don't understand. B1 to B50, and bam, and bam. Wait, I'm so stupid. We don't even need the, I'm so dumb. We don't even need the concat. Okay, this is not how I wanted to do it. I would have rather used concatenate, but this is okay. Ugh, I'm such an idiot. E2 and E3 and E4 and E5 and E6. Great. Let me copy that so I don't have to type that all out again. I'm so stupid. Concatenate, substitute, that. Well, okay. That should work just fine, but now we actually have to convert it to a formula. So, E2, oh man, I'm so dumb. E2 to 2. Oh, I should have done that and then copied it. 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. And then let's copy that again and replace it in here. Great! Some definite frosted flakes right there. Some serious frosted flakes.
Just do it! Eat the frosted flakes!
I don't know it. I have no idea what that was. It's greater than 3. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Let's review. Let's keep our head in the game. Keep our head in the game. E16 to... That's always going to be E16, so we don't change that. That's always going to be E16. We don't change that. Wait, is that always going to be E16? Yes. No. That is not always going to be E16. It is always going to be 16, but not always E16. So let's get rid of that and do 16. Get rid of this and do 16. So, come to think of it, I should probably check that other one that's absolute. B5. B5 is always going to be absolute. Yeah, okay, I think it's fine right now. And if C23, is C23 always going to be the same? C23, yes, that's always going to be the same. Ooh, excuse me. If E2 to 2, E2 to 2, E3 to 3, E3 de 3, E4 y 4, and another 4, And all this silliness is probably going to make me make a mistake, isn't it? E5 to E5, E5 to 5, E6 to 6, E6 to 6. Alright.
Alright. Alright.
That looks pretty good to me. If left, looks correct. Okay. So how are we going to check our work here? This is 50, 60, 235.2, 80, 23.3. Good. Now, what if we have a tilde here, but nowhere else? Ooh. Function minus parameter 1 expects number values, but blank is a text and cannot be coerced to... Wait, what function? Function minus parameter... Function minus parameter. Where do I use a minus... Length. Length. I'm not using... Like... It's just length of text. Does it matter? I'm working on a vanilla cutscene generator, I guess you could call it, based on a technique SZ Petty used in a recent video. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but there will be a showcase release video and a tutorial on how to use it when it's done, or at least in the beta release. I've sort of gotten wrapped up in this. That's why I haven't really been working on videos lately. I'm sorry. Been working on this for like the past week. I'm kind of a newbie to Google Spreadsheets. Although I'm pretty good at Excel, so I guess, you know. E5 to 5, E6 to 6. What did I do wrong? Then minus parameter. Okay, the only place I'm using the minus parameter is when I'm doing this right here. Okay. But the length of this should just be text. Minus... What does it say? Function minus parameter 1 expects number values. But 12 is a text and cannot be coerced to a number. What about here? That is not even a what? Okay. I think... Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! It's because these... It's because I haven't implemented the relative coordinates yet. Okay. So that makes sense. So I can't test that right now, but I can just assume that it's working. Because it does depend on this over here. So, okay. That's not a problem. Now we can just do... I'm going to fix that later once we actually get... That's a whole other project. You might want to change your title. I did change my title. Does it say TRS's World? Still? I thought I changed it to Excelcraft or whatever. Yeah, it says Excelcraft Vanilla Cutscene Generator for me. You may want to refresh. Okay. So, assuming that all of that is correct, right? Yeah, I can't really test to see if it works that way. I may have to put that on hold until I can get the relative coordinates working, but you know what? We can just do the next step of this, which is the absolute coordinate hints set block. Okay, now what is the formula I use over here? Because that's probably going to be incredibly similar. This is the set block command. The formula, I believe, starts here. So let's grab this formula here. Okay, and paste it into here. So, array formula. If... What? Result was not... What? Oh, it's one of these things. Blah. But, we can actually fix that. If E... This is going to be E. 27, which is... right here. Okay, so... This is actually going to be if E... 30, because we want it to detect based off of this command here, which is the command we're going to be placing in the actual command block. E30 to 30. And before I go any further, I'm actually going to just add a little thing here that says... actually, let's go up to where it has... I have templates here. Templates. That's default Y and Z coordinate. Let's also make a template for right here. Let's do. You know what? I don't need it. Let's just put it right here, and we'll call it Y level for. This is just gonna make it easier. I probably should have done this for the other ones too, but you know, it's messy code. Whatever. Y level for, as long as it works. Y level for hints row. Y level for hints row. And then we're going to turn this into, I believe it would be 3 up. Yeah. So we're going to turn this into, how did I do it before? Over here. This is default Y and Z coordinate, default X coordinate. If H1. Alright, stream's going to be ending pretty soon, but we don't want an array formula. We just want...
I just want a nice, clean fight.
H21, we actually want H22. If that is a tilde, then we do tilde and the right of H22, length of H22 minus 1, which means we'll get everything but the tilde, plus... Wait, that's like all we want, right? What is all this? D26. No. I don't want that. That's another part of the thing. We just want that plus... Wait. Shoot! No, redo. Okay, length of that minus 1. We actually want to be right of this. Length minus 1. Okay. Plus something? Yes. I knew that. Plus 1. Right? Yes, right. Yeah, I believe. Yes. No, plus 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, plus 3. So it's a little bit... It's going to be not as compact as it could be, but the reason I'm doing that is because I want people to be able to access certain command blocks, which I'm going to show in the tutorial video. I want people to be able to access the arrow side of it so that they can take a conditional command out so that they can detect easily when different parts of the camera path are happening. So, plus, like, the beginning or the end. Plus 3, and then that should, like, just be it, right? So, that's 3. Now if I make it 4... Otherwise, we'll just do H22 plus 3, which is 7. Great. So now if I make it absolute value... It's not absolute value. Relative coordinate of 6, then it should be relative coordinate of 9. Wonderful. Wunderbar. Okay. Also, I forgot to mention over here, feature, suggestion, crowds. Give him some credit. Okay. Pretty soon, I need to go, but I don't want to stop. Okay, let's see. We're changing this E30. Alright. If E30, if we have a command there, then we're going to set block and D25. What? D25. D25. Ew, command block coordinates. Okay. We actually want it to be... oh boy. We want it to be... Maybe I should just rewrite that portion. You want it to be... the default X coordinate of Wait a minute, I think I have a better way of doing this. Since we're at E, this is 2, right? So, let's make it... This is always gonna be... This... Oh my goodness. Let's copy that one more time. If that is not that... Hey, welcome back, Sky Legendary. Legendary? I can't actually see the rest. I can't remember. I'm blanking. This is so needlessly complicated. Okay, it really makes you appreciate a lot of the tools that they give you in Minecraft. If left of H22 is... Oh my goodness. If left of H21 is 1, okay. Oh my gosh. Left of H21 is 1. Okay. I mean, 1 is a tilde. Then we're going to take the tilde and the right of it -1 plus 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 this E26. It's not always gonna be E, but it's always gonna be 26 minus 2. Yes. Right. Okay. Plus E26 minus 2. Oh my gosh. And actually, this one is going to need to be... It's actually going to need to be a chain command block, so that's actually going to be a different command than the rest of them. So a repeating command block. So let's actually just put it right here and make this F, and this F, this F, this should be H21, right of that. Oh my gosh. This is why I haven't been churning out videos. I would normally have been churning out videos by now. H21 plus, okay. F30, alright. F30, F26 minus 2, 26 minus 2, and the default Y level, which is, so and, oh my gosh, this is so needlessly complicated, and the default Y level for the hints row, which is always going to be F23, regardless of, whatever, come on, TRS, you can do this. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. F23. Now I'm like blanking. Now I can't even think. Okay, I clearly need a break. I'm gonna be taking a break very soon. I actually need to be there in 15 minutes. So let's just finish this command. F23. And let's also do space and F23 and space and the default Z coordinate, which is also always going to be the same, and that chain command block 5 replace auto 1 track up, and the command is going to be F30 F30 okay. No, F30 to 30. Great. Okay. Now let's go back, figure out how to... Yeah, I already did a whole bit about just do it. I don't know if you were here, Sky Legendary. F30 to F30. It's make your Excel chart filter thing come true. Absolutely. F20. I don't know if I talked about it in a live stream already. Maybe I was just talking to a friend about the origin of all of that, which is actually most people don't know, but I'll talk about that another time if somebody reminds me in a live stream or something. F26 minus 2. F26 to 26 minus 2. F26 to 26 minus 2. F23 is always going to be F23, right? Yes. And H23 to 2. Oh, of course, there's an error. Formula parse error. What? No. Come on. Come on, man. Okay, is this it? If left equals that. Because that drive me crazy as well. That is and thing. Right. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. This is value of true, this is value of false, but of what if formula? What does that parenthesis go to? That parenthesis goes to that. If left... Ugh. If... this equals that, then we do all of this. Otherwise, we do this, correct? So that means this should be the... okay. Then why do we have... we have a parenthesis missing then? If left of that equals that, then we do that, and right, and to-do. Plus to-do. This is where... okay. No, this is correct. Then we end that, and then what is this form? What does that go to? This goes to the right. Okay. And I think I thought it was ending. So let's do it like that, I guess. And then we can remove these two parentheses. Is that gonna... ah! That is where the problem is, though, I think. So if... let's take a look at this one if statement. Okay. If that... Otherwise, this should be... Where's it gonna tell me what part of... this is all the if false part, right? If true. Of what if statement? This ends the if statement. This is that. Oh. I think I got it. Wait, no I don't. Great. Right of all of that plus this. Wait, plus right of that plus that minus 2. Correct. Which is 3. Correct? No. I may not be able to finish this. F26, which is 3, minus 2, which is 1, so plus 1. So the length of that minus 1. 3. What? Tilde? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be starting this command over, this whole row here. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen today. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this really different live stream. I'm gonna keep working on this. Hopefully, I can finish it soon so I can actually get back to videos. I finally written the script to Mastering Minecraft the next episode, and I got 2 really cool guest stars coming up. So, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, a comment, or better yet, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, or do the same thing even if you're on Twitch somehow. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.